Anyway, here we go. We're on lesson 3.8 in pre-algebra. Lesson 3.8, simplifying the problem. So here's the deal. Like I just said, each chapter has one lesson that its sole purpose is to help give you a tool to help you solve story problems. This one is to make the problem simpler. Okay, so I want you to look at this problem here. Okay, example number 1. We're on page 164, right? Okay, let's read the example. It says a snail. So you have to understand this. Anytime you have a story problem, you have to be able to visualize it, right? You have to understand what's going on. Read the question, even if you have to read it 3-4 times, till you fully understand what the setting is, what the question is they're asking, etc. A snail is trying to escape from a 10-foot deep well, right? A well that's 10 feet deep. So can you envision that, a well that's 10 feet deep? And the snail is trying to escape. The snail can climb 2 feet each day, but each night it slides back 1 foot. What does that mean? Can you visualize that? So what's the deal? He's trying to escape a 10-foot well. What's he do each day? Climbs up 2 feet, but then when he sleeps, what happens? He slides back down 1, right? Up 2, down 1, up 2, down 1. How many days will it take the snail to climb out of the well? Now here's the deal. If you just did if you thought about it, how much is he gaining each day? 1 foot, right? So you go, okay, well then it will take him 10 days to get out of the well. That would be the simple, if you were just to brainlessly do it, he's gaining a foot a day, it would take him 10 days to get out of the well. Here's the thing. Let's make this problem simpler. Rather than for us to do a 10-foot well, let's just do like a 3-foot well. And based on that logic, if you were to think, okay, if it's a 3-foot well, then how long should it take him to get out? 3 days. That would be the logical answer, right? Well, here's the deal. This is where let's make it simpler. Let's drop this thing down to 3 feet, and let's look at it. So, okay, here's our 3-foot well. Let's go like this. Here's the bottom, right? And here is out. And here's 1 foot, and there's 2 feet. Do you agree? Can you all follow this? And you can at least do this in your head, but you should write this down. On the first day, what does the snail do? What is that? Let me draw a little snail here. Okay. That looks pretty good, actually. Right? Okay. The snail, what's he do on the first day? Goes up 2, right? So he goes up to 2 feet. Then he goes, I almost made it, but I'm sleepy. So what happens to him then after that? Goes down. So this is where he's at after day 1, right? On the second day, what happens? The second day, he starts here and he goes, he gets out. He made it. He doesn't slide down. He made it. On the second day, he makes it. So then it doesn't take him 3 days to get out. It only took him 2. So then, if it was a 10-foot well, would it take him 10 days to get out? No, it would only take him 9. See, you solved a simpler problem. And now if I was to say, okay, what if it was a 100-foot well? How long would it take the snail to get out? 99. You took a simpler problem, and you figured out that it is 1 less day than you'd think. Does that make sense? And so then if it was a 1,000-foot well, it would take 999 days. You see what I'm saying? So my point is that by solving a simpler problem, you made it so where whatever the depth of the well is, you can figure it out. Okay? That is the basic gist of this lesson, is that you take a problem that is big and huge, okay, and you make it simpler. That's all. And you just make it simpler so that you can figure out what to do with the big problem. Okay, you got it? All right. Like I said, this lesson is going to be a group work lesson. No, you don't get to pick. I pick. But there's other ways to solve these, but all these questions are going to be conducive to you doing what? Solving a simpler problem, right? What's the title of the lesson? What's the title of the lesson? Simplify the problem, right? So all these questions are going to be conducive to you doing what?
Working together and
No, conducive to you doing what?
simplifying.
Simplifying the problem, making the problem simpler so that you can solve the more complex problem. Make sense? Okay. Your assignment is going to be to do page 166, 1 through 10, even.